What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games BS, part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com. I'm going to have. I was sitting there, I was talking to my friends. We're talking about Ozempic. um, Everybody who loses weight like rapidly now, the first thing they say is, "Oh, that's that." Like, and especially because it's being used in raps now, which is scary that the populace gets educated that way sometimes. But it's also cool. Got it. We still got an echo? No, we shouldn't have it no more. Okay, yeah, there's an echo. All right, we should have that. But like we got to get more educated on what we have and what Ozempic actually does. And I'm gonna have to have Christina come on and talk about Ozempic because, like, one, if you're diabetic, Ozempic is amazing, right? It's amazing for your blood sugar, and it's a hell of an appetite curber. But like, if you try to eat like you used to eat on it, it's gonna fuck your stomach up. And if you don't have a probiotic that you take with it, it's gonna fuck your stomach up. But I want you to know this. Like, you're not, there are people who take this with Alpha Clinic Online that look like fucking supermodels. Like, because they don't need it, they're not diabetic either. But when you do it the right way, you can lose a lot of weight. I think one of the things that most Americans don't realize is we eat entirely too much.
Right.
Like, you don't need to eat as much as you eat. And now the problem is you have to retrain your mind when you're on Ozempic. Because if you eat like how Americans eat, it is going to fuck your insides up. You're going to feel bloated 24/7. And what's worse, and I've seen it, you have major it's gonna come out like it's what happens is, all right, Ozempic slows down your bowel process. Like, it slows down the digestive process. So, like, what I'm saying is the food sits in your stomach a lot longer, which gives you the full feeling. Because the food is sitting in your stomach a lot longer, if you eat more, you're packing more food on it. And because it slows down the bowel process, you're not going to poop like you normally poop, especially if you don't take a probiotic. Now, if you're not pooping, do you know what happens when you keep putting food in there? Your body naturally is going to get the food out of you. So you're going to vomit, except for the fact that food is in there for a lot longer than what it's normally in there. So you know what's going to happen with that vomit? It is going to taste rancid. So when you keep saying this, Ozempic is like steroids. It doesn't come without work. Like, you can lose the weight, but you don't. It's just, I just want people to know a little bit about what's going on, you know.
Actors have been before Ozempic. Actors have been using drugs. Do you really think? Have you seen Jason Momoa in and out of
The Rock?
Yeah.
Like, the thing about being wealthy, right, and having means is that I can gain weight and lose weight rapidly because I have nothing but time on my hands. And I have money and I have trainers. We're seeing it right now with Jake Paul. Now, Jake Paul is clearly aided by steroids. But the steroids, you have to work with the steroids. You still have, it's not just you take a shot and then all of a sudden. Andre, I'm sorry, I just saw something. Everybody's picking on Busta Rhymes right now because he lost a lot of weight. He was, again, it's just like people don't. You know what's really fun? You know what's really wild? We see it with offensive linemen all the time. Offensive linemen get big and then they get small. Like, when they're not doing anything.
They were eating a ridiculous amount of calories
every day. Like, look at the Pouncey twins. They're vegan though. Like they're just Andre. I am the king of useless knowledge, of knowledge that I should not have. Like, but it's because I have my hand in a lot of different things. And in one of those hands is Alpha Clinic online. Like you go to Alpha Clinic online, you can learn all about this shit. And apparently everybody wants the MFTK shirts again. Oh, Londa B straight up. Happy B-Day. Andre, you're on Ozempic and gained weight. That's because you're eating the same way you ate, brother. I just explained how this shit works.
That shit is funny. I was he said I'm on that shit.
That is hilarious, though.
He said, "Man, I'm."
The Ozempic show.
No, I need a fat America. Everybody's balling nowadays. Get rich and fat.
So you know what? Everybody fit like in cultures though. What's funny is it's more European. Actually, no, there are some African tribes too that fatten the bride up. Like if you're not fat, like for years, skinny meant poor.
Yeah.
Fat meant wealthy because you were eating infrequently. But yeah. But yeah, just gotta chill out on the eating. Also, Andre, did serious. Find you a probiotic. Find you a really good probiotic. Depending upon like what kind, Walgreens, CVS, they have those. Like those are really good ones. It's one of them you take 2 to 3 times a day. It's a chewable, and you're gonna start. You'll get the shits, but it's gonna be good, man. Okay, yeah. Shout out to my and also the probiotic will help with diabetes. I'm a type 2 diabetic as well. I don't, but Trulicity, all of that shit is the reason why it worked is semaglutide is the actual name behind all of it. And semaglutide is a appetite suppressant, and that's really where it helps control the blood sugar. So
I heard diabetic medicine is mad expensive. How is Ozempic?
One, yes. 2, it depends on your insurance. It none of it has to be expensive, but it's a like a prescription app that you can get that will help you as well with a lot of stuff. Yo, one, you're getting married on Sunday. You need Friday or Saturday, Charles. This is why we here. This is what we do. I can tell you. Hold on. Matter of fact, can we get the let me see if I can get my dog on here. We may have to get some Bluetooth action on here. I'm not going to say the person's name though. The people who know the story would know the story. But don't mute me until he answers. But if you want, just let me know, Charles, because if you want me to help, I'm gonna tell you this: you're gonna be prepared when you walk across that aisle. You're gonna know you want to marry her, or you're not getting married. But this can happen. Don't let Scott come in this motherfucker. All right, he ain't answering. If he answers during the show, Charles, you just listen, and I'm gonna let you hear a firsthand recommendation about his wife. His old lady don't listen to my show anyway, so he'll be all right. Even if he did tell the truth and the whole truth. Do you want midgets or do you want women who happen to shake their tail after hours? Hey, man, listen. Can you activate it? Can you hear me right now, Scott? All right. Are you in town? No, you don't have to mute. I was trying to get it's on the roadcaster now. Push it on there, so I can hear. Can you hear me?
Say that again.
I can't.
Hold on a second. I can't hear you.
I got you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I get that.
All right. Can we get? Is there a way to get strippers to the spot this weekend?
Maybe.
There's a guy right now who's listening to the show, and I'm always telling people how Goodfellas is the greatest spot, and he's making a terrible fiscal and business decision. But I need him to be sure that he wants to walk through and do this, and it happens on Sunday. And his name is Charles.
Okay.
And Charles is getting married on Sunday for some reason. But Charles says they want to throw an impromptu bachelor party. And I was like, I know a place. And let me know how much you want to party, because I did walk a friend through this. And I just want to make sure that he's prepared for what he's about to do.
Yeah.
But if we can't get it, it's cool. I was just trying to figure. I'm gonna have him have it here at Goodfellas.
But I need what they're looking for, how many chances are I can get so that's it.
All right, we'll get all of that. I'll get those. I just wanted to see if there's a possibility. So it's good promo for the lounge.
Sure.
That's why I was doing it.
Everything's a possibility. It's like Fantasy Island.
There we go. I appreciate it. I said, so what we need is 3 in the possible. So 3 in the midget.
Yeah, man. 3 in the midget. I ain't giving up my midget. My midget's facing me.
Hey, now I'm turning 40 this year, and I want to have 2 midgets that I'm carrying around the lounge. That's it. So if we can find me 2 midgets.
That's done. That's a done deal. That's fucking done.
I see the mic.
Yes.
I just want to carry him around the whole time. That's it. Now, they like they're babies.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
All right,
I'll hit you. I'll be back in town tomorrow.
All right, man. Cool. Do your thing.
All right, take it.
There you go. Right there. You just let me know what you want, Charles. You hit me offline. We got you, dog. I will you tell me what your dreams are, what you want. You tell me how you gotta give me a level of debauchery to 0 to debauchery. Why can't we don't? Damn. All right, 16. I don't know, man. You got to learn from somebody. It's better to learn from us, man. It's better. It's better to learn from us. Anyways, hit me up offline, dog. You tell me what you want, man, and I'll make sure you have a great time. Honest God, true. Saturday, we have a great band. That's Pressure. Anybody who came to the tailgate in Orlando, they will be performing on Saturday night. I think I forgot who's performing on Friday. Oh, yeah, leave that motherfucker home. He'll see Jesus. He'll see Jesus. He'll be praying to God. He'll be praying to somebody. Oh man, I threw a bachelor party so dope that it made me question. Have I told y'all the bachelor party for my friend that I threw? Man, so he was like, it wasn't a bachelor party for real, but he had his bachelor party and it wasn't as great as this. He's like, hey, man, my last night as a single man, I want you to throw me a going out party. And I said, bet, we're going to do this. And, man, we had the entire AME church was in Goodfellas. And they were at the other side of Goodfellas where we had some young ladies that were having a great time. One guy had a ball. And I just thought these were normal guys. And then the wedding comes. And my boy had me dressed like a fucking temptation. I didn't like it. And then the guy comes in I seen him with like, I swear his nose was inside of her thing more than her thong. Like he smelled, if she was on Ozempic, he smelled the shit that she couldn't have. She was buying. They were bad. It was 2 twins. It was twins and a Pilgrim. Pilgrim was bad. The twins were dope. One of the ministers is still looking for one of the twins because they live in Charleston. And he's just, do you have that one? Do you have a number? I'm like, bro. I say, bro, you got to preach on Sunday. Like, what the fuck do you want to strip? Like, what the fuck did you get me into, man? I'm not necessarily sure. Like Nipsey says, I don't know about heaven. I don't know about hell. But just in case, right? I don't want to go on scholarship. Like I know I'm going to have to answer, hey, why did you have the shepherds of my flock out there with them promiscuous women gyrating and shaking? And I'm just going to say, Father, in the Bible, you got people raping ladies Like what we were talking about on the porch yesterday, Miles. Like, Father, the damn Old Testament is way worse than anything that I've ever done. But he had his nose in there, right? We go in and we in the preacher's office at the church. And he puts on the good robe. And I'm like, and I tap my dog, hey man, what the fuck is he? What the fuck is he doing? Why is he? Like, I'm cussing in church, yes, because I'm the heathen. What the fuck is he doing? He's like, oh man, that's the guy. He's like over all the bishops in this area. I'm like, what? And he came in when he told me, he said, my dear fellow, you throw a hell of a party. I just want to let you know. I'm like, he is shaking my hand, telling me I throw a hell of a party, and then he is putting on the robe, the cloth that the preachers wear. And he's like, well, he's gonna say the prayer, and he's gonna do the benediction. I said, man, this marriage ain't shit. If he gotta say the benediction, no, this is gonna be this is problematic. Yeah, Andre, I was in. You didn't hear about the show when I was in the strip club working a couple weeks. Well, not a couple weeks ago. This was in March. I was in Charleston in March. We got 3 strip clubs in Charleston. But anyways, sorry about that. Just hit me up. I got you, dog. We'll throw you stripper. Just tell me if you strippers. We got you. If you need some. A little bump ain't hurt nobody. If you got people who want bumps, we can make that happen too. I don't partake, but other people might. And, I'm just here to make sure. I feel if we threw a great party, you'll be like the Hangover. I think a great bachelor party is like the Hangover. We lose we lose the groom, or like you get there like right when it's time to like get everything set up, and she's a little bit mad at you, and you can and you have Charles, you got a built-in excuse. I am so used to being the bad guy right now. Just tell him it's Big Game's fault, and she'll hate me but love you. And you'll be like, come on, that's just Big Game being Big Game. He's not a bad guy. She'll always hate me. But it's cool though, because we're gonna be Gucci. Like you gonna have a phenomenal time. 10 a.m. I'll bet 9:59. You'll be. I'll make sure you're there. I will make sure you're there at 9:59. At the latest. CP time. Anyways, going into our intro. I think I got everything. That was a hell of a good promotion for Goodfellas. We're 255 away from 6,000. Once we hit that 6,000 number, we'll give away $500. I'm not gonna hold you. I would like for y'all to get to it, but I may have to tell you that if you get to it, you might have to wait till payday because the way my checking and my savings are set up. We still gotta take Miles out to eat on Friday. Because this is his birthday. Shout out if y'all want to give super chats to Miles for his birthday. Actually, no, don't give super chats. Miles, do something where you can type it up and like do it across the screen and shit, so they can like cash app you or something. Like help my dog out. It's his birthday on Friday, and good dude. So we're 255 away, 500, 100, 100. You go to my pin suite. It is not going to be my pin suite in a little bit. Actually, I'm going to make it my pin suite on Den Media Group. I've got to put other shit as my pin suite because we have more important things coming up, like book bag drives, like trying to sell these tailgate tickets, shit like that. Sell these hats. I will try to get some of these t-shirts moved because I saw a bunch of people who said, they want this shirt in particular. I would try to get that remade. I have some apparel. I got to go do inventory. My all-in members will get their package of whatever I have available, as well as the hats. But I do have MFTK hats, garnet and gold, flat brim, curved brim, Bowls color, MFTK, Mandarin color, MFTK NWA font and color, all of that different stuff. I'm going to talk about. We'll go to the next thing first, Miles, please. Yeah, so the tornado. We're just so used to saying hurricanes. The tornadoes hit the Coach Norvell and the Keep Climbing Foundation is doing a relief, basically they're trying to raise supplies Basically all household items, canned goods, different things that you could possibly need. If you go scroll down, they're going to be going. That's it. Join us in helping Tallahassee community replenish supplies after last week's tornadoes. Donations can be dropped off to Garnet and Gold. The FSU location, 1001 West Pensacola Street, right next to the stadium. They need laundry detergent, gift cards to grocery stores, soap, toilet paper, hygiene products, lice kits, diapers, really toilet paper, anything that you could think of. The people of Tallahassee need that. Drop that off at Garden and Gold, if you will, and stuff like that. Now, go back to the guy that was that one. Shout out to again. I didn't coach him, but he was a running back at Mandarin when they won the state championship. Terrell Jennings. Here's a kid that had offers to like Western Kentucky, South Florida was interested. A lot of D1 schools, and nobody really gave him a shot. He went to FAMU. He performed decent at FAMU. He got a rookie camp invite. Now, I want to tell you about what a rookie camp invite is. Basically, you're a body. So they brought him in. He did well, and they signed him to a contract, which all that means is he's making the 90. He's on the 90-man roster right now. He's got a little guaranteed money, got a signing bonus. But they didn't bring any running backs. So, like, he has a really good shot at making this 53 or at minimum making practice squad. So I just want to shout out Terrell and you know, I'm proud of him. And he's somebody that we're gonna use the fuck out of because we produce fucking running backs here at Mandarin motherfucking high school. But he's got an interview if you go to the FAMU thing, and I want to listen to this young the next one over. This young lady. I wonder if, you know, she doesn't post. It's not the whole thing, but I'm curious because she's got a short haircut, and I have a theory about short haircuts. They're all holding something back there on this Wagon Wednesday, but she's interviewing him, and let's listen to him talk about the situation.
Terrell Jennings, what is it that you want to tell the Rattler Nation?
Rattler Nation, keep coming out, keep being loud, keep agitating the other team, man, wherever we playing at, Bragg, and in the Ben Stadium. And I just want y'all to keep supporting us so we can come out and catch that dub.
Terrell's had a great season. This is last year as a Rattler and on the football field. He's overcome a lot. I think anyone who knows Terrell's story about how, you know, the last part of his high school senior year went, being homeless, being dropped by bigger schools, and having to find a place to call home, you know, for him to come here to overcome those adversities and come in and graduate, come in and play good football for 5 seasons. It's just a testament to the young man that he is.
Terrell Jennings.
I'm going to try to get him on an interview. Again, he's a really good kid. And I like him. So, all right, on to the next thing. We will talk about FAMU. I love continuations and things of that nature. You know, stuff that, you know, it makes us feel relevant. I do want to say this first. I said I did misquote my Julius Peppers thing. They didn't win a national championship with Julius Peppers at North Carolina. They won an ACC championship. I was wrong, but it's funny. I'm not going to take it down. It is getting all kinds of views. So it's having the effect that we wanted to have. So I appreciate people telling me I'm wrong as fuck in the comments. So that I'm pretty used to that. But going to the first thing, and this just goes back to Austin Rivers. I hope my sons are as successful as Bronny James is. I actually hope my sons meet these measurables. And I feel bad for Bronny James. I don't wish this for my son. It's my son's godfather, Coach Bullock at Mandarin, is dealing with this same thing. Imagine your dad is like a 6'6" mountain of a man, and you're not 5'10". Like, that's just fucked up. And you're named after him. Like, it's not cool at all. I don't even know. I wonder what Savannah James' height is. What is this the problem of love? Savannah James' height. Okay. No, she's not even a munchkin. She's 5'7". I don't know where that came from. But anyways, LeBron is amazing, and Bronny James is amazing to LeBron. But Austin Rivers talks about basketball players playing football. He probably should have played football. You click on it. He's 6'1.5". Now he's got a 42-inch vertical. But when you're looking at all of the other things, his hand is, man, he got small hands. Like, yeah, he should have lined up and played slot receiver or played safety. Like, but this is the problem. He tried to follow in his dad's footsteps, and also that football field is tough, man. It's a lot cooler indoors than it is outside. That's the other thing that we didn't talk about in the basketball stuff. Imagine the world where you can choose to practice inside without any weather conditions. AC regulated, climate controlled, or you could play in a world where, coach, it could be a hurricane, especially during my era. It could be a hurricane outside. Coach ain't canceling practice. The only way they used to cancel practice is if a bolt of lightning got really close. Now they got like horns and like special devices. Then it was just all off the eye. And you see the bolt of lightning, and coach is just sitting there like, I know he saw that bolt of lightning. But more of these basketball players should follow Austin Rivers' advice if it's what you think it is. But it's not what you think it is. Trust me. But Bronny probably would have been an elite football player. But go to the next thing, the next continuation. I talked about this person right here. Again, the GoFundMe. It's we'll put the website again inside of this is a actually direct link from our show. I think about 5 of you guys donated something, but I wanted y'all to see right there. It says Den Media, $300. I did not pocket the money. We gave the money. And Miles, actually, so that for our own, can we click on this? The money in Miami flowing to their people, right? Not on that, not on the picture. Click the link. Yep. So let's say the money in Miami is flowing, and nope. It's only bumped up a little bit. They're still well short of their $12,000 goal. Hopefully, they'll be able to get that. You know what GoFundMe asked you? They asked me to tip them. This tip shit's getting out of control.
What?
Not them, not the people who I gave money to. GoFundMe asked me to tip GoFundMe for them providing this service. And it's not even it's a very aggressive suggestion. Like I typed in 300 because again, I'll get this money next month, but that's fine. I typed in 300 and it says 350. I'm like, whoa, wait the fuck. Is this what it is? And then it says, based upon your donation, historically people give 19% of a tip. Why the fuck would I give you 19% of the money? Why wouldn't I give them more money? I would give them more money before I give you the tip. You don't need anything. They need it. I just don't. It's just American capitalism and greed is out of control. But that's just me telling you guys, showing you guys that, DoorDash does that too. But I always go and correct DoorDash. I don't give a fuck if they bring my food or not. I'm just putting 3. Like I had $100. I didn't have $140 to give for this food. But DoorDash already puts in fees, man. Like that's what I don't. That's what my beef with the drivers. And I know, Miles, you do stuff like that. I have no problem. I would tip you if you come. Like they ain't even knocking on my door. They're not even doing even when I say don't leave it at my door, put it in my hand. They still leave it at my door. They don't ring the doorbell. They don't do anything that requires. I will give you the cash when you get here if you do a good job. But if you don't, that's why you're not getting tipped or whatever. On to the next thing, man. But I just wanted y'all to see that, 1, this is why I don't use GoFundMe. 2, I did what I said I was going to do to those people, for those people. 3, I don't know what the fuck's going on, like with Miami fan base. Everybody got dough, but then nobody has dough. And speaking of nobody having dough, it's a great segue. And I think somebody just asked if I was going to speak on this. And we spoke on this last week. There are better ways to become a commencement speaker at a college. Like you can do something incredible. I don't remember what was said at the commencement of my graduation from Florida State, but I remember he was a blind Seminole. He was a blind Indian. I do remember that vividly. I know Odell just spoke at Florida State's commencement. Oh, you could click on one of those that will actually bring up what we're talking about. That's all jokes. The memes have been hilarious, by the way. Okay, right now we'll go with that one first. But FAMU got $237+ million donation from a 30-year-old entrepreneur that nobody knew or had heard of. And apparently he was in hemps and it was a fund and it was things. And we all assume, because I love to assume the best of FAMU as well, because I know a lot of people who work over there. We all assume that it was on the up and up. And what's making me not want to say don't take it too hard on them is the amount of trolling that FAMU alumni did in all of this. And it wasn't just an unprecedented HBCU gift. It was an unprecedented, like I think the amount of money like he was given like totaled a lot of like what all HBCUs had gotten like that year or some shit like that. But the jokes always come when people look interesting. But if we just can we zoom in on the pic? Like if y'all just look like just that look. Like Bonds, I want that to be on the that look to be on the whatchamacallit. It's got to be on the thumbnail. Like that. Like they just do that. It looked like a kid. That's the donor. It looks like a kid who's like, I can't believe I'm getting away with this. The gift was turned down by the president after the board of trustees looked into it. They tried to sign an NDA, and it looks like this is the third college that this man has duped. And the problem is FAMU is probably one of the most prestigious historically Black colleges and universities in the nation. And this comes upon the heels of their board of trustees really coming after their athletic director for who she wanted to hire and making it public. Like every fuck up that FAMU's had the last few years has been very visible and very big fuck ups. Somebody should be fired for this. And their board of trustees meeting was crazy. Like, and what makes it bad is that Roland Martin loves to like just bash this because in Roland. So we have Roland Martin talking about this, a little more educated to the go over to the right. Yeah, that one. So let's listen to Roland Martin talk about how FAMU got scammed in this little snippet. So he breaks it down, and again, a lot of times people are going to get mad at the responses in which people are having to FAMU and not what caused this. Just like they should be mad at like who the fuck allowed this, because it's shady to say the least. But push play.
He valued for 15 million shares at $15.85 in a non-existent company. And you touted this, and it went public, and you celebrated it, and you let him give a commencement speech wearing them sharecropper shoes.
Damn.
And all of a sudden, y'all look like the biggest fools in America.
All right. Before I go anywhere else, we can't be talking about people and our hairline is that egregious.
Where does his neck start and his head begin?
Yeah, man. Roland got to do. Look, Roland needs Ozempic. Can we get Roland Martin? Can we start a campaign before we get? Before I can't take anything seriously. It says, can we get him Alpha Clinic online? Roland, it's on me, on Big Game. Now that sharecropper shoes thing was fine. His drip was terrible. Like, but money no like again, quote Nipsey, just like money no money, other shooters respect other shooters. Like money no money. And it's a difference between the bop of a dude who just got no swag and no juice, but he's a billionaire. Like I told y'all about Shad Khan last year at OTAs. Shad Khan came with like this Mortal Kombat Raiden hat, some Wilson Athletics shorts, like the oldest Jaguar t-shirt you can find, some Payless shoes, and he had a booger in his nose, but he was fucking Shad Khan. He was he's like, I got that billionaire boogers is what he would have said. I could pay somebody to pick this for me. I could pay somebody $1 million to come pick my nose.
I mean, he could.
It would be nasty, but that's what you do when you're a billionaire. It's no reason. I'm gonna tell you this. I used to say this, but if I did make enough money, I probably would. I would buy people. Like I would buy athletes. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I know history. I think I would be a good slave owner. Like I would treat them good, like the NFL owners. Like I'm cool with that. Like there's no reason to make that much money and not buy people. Like what else are you gonna do with it? It's just sitting there. You can give a couple dollars. I would have $100 million human fund. And like it would be like, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna pay this person $1 million a year to hold an umbrella for me everywhere I walk. I'm gonna pay this person and I want them to put it on their resume. What is your job? My job is like Meek Mill. Have you seen the pictures of Meek Mill hopping? The videos like of him with the billionaire and he's like doing a bunny hop. Oh man, he lost the bet. And he says there's some prison style, but I don't even know about this. But I'm just gonna pay people to hop around me. Your job is to make me happy and hop. When I'm sad, you start the hopping. Like there's something in all of that. Like don't judge me. Like don't act like you wouldn't do that. I would. What's the movie where I forgot what it was, but like this Asian comedian lady, she was acting like the maid for this guy's like dad, and he had her talking like his old nanny, but it was an old black lady. And she said, how's it doing, such and such? I surely is happy. He said, you can stop talking like that. Does he still have you talking like that? Yes, he still has me talking like that. I would pay an old Jamaican woman to talk to me in a Chinese accent. Just say I would find her every time she broke character. Because that would make more sense. That would be more believable and a better use of my money than FAMU believing the shit that they just went through. But we can go to the next day. There's a whole bunch of stuff up there about it. We're gonna laugh at this because you gotta laugh at the pain. I still love FAMU. They don't let me speak with my little bit of money. That look is just awful, man. That shit is funny to me. And Roland's hairline needs to be on it as well.
What does he gain from it though? Why does he? Is it a troll?
I don't. All right, it says right here, Gregory Garani, who claimed to be a trustee of a multi-million fortune. It was all a finesse for Greg to get positive publicity and to become a commencement speaker. There's better ways to do this. There's much better ways to become a commencement speaker.
Are you serious? That's what that was. And who wants to hire? Hold on.
This man wanted to speak in front of people.
As a fraud?
I'm going to give you money. Again, y'all talking about me. Would you pay $237 million to say a 30-minute speech that nobody's going to remember? Oh, my God.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten younger. How did he make it out?
They thought it was real until he was gone. It's already happened. All these kids that attended that commencement speech should get some kind of reparations from FAMU.
Yeah, I got to get my get back, bro.
Somebody said Fry Fest Agricultural and Mechanical University.
Oh, man.
We gotta clip this somehow. They're gonna hate me. They're gonna just Oh, that money was spent too. Oh my God. He said we were going to put 100 million. Half of the money was going into athletics. Do you know what it feels like to have, like they were rich for half a second.
Well, I'm sorry, it's funny, but it's so mean.
Somebody does, you know what? He does deserve a fade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would have been like, there's no
Wait, that's right. You do get a cut. They do have to pay you. Oh my God, he got paid and he ate.
It has to be legal ramifications.
I don't know. He did his part of the deals fall through all the time. He technically didn't offer them anything, and this was certified through an agency that certifies stocks of companies.
There are teams thinking they're going to have better facilities next year, maybe travel accommodations.
These boys still got to travel the same way that they traveled during the civil rights era. Like, you know, them old soon I will be coming with the troubles of the world. That's what they're going to be singing. Go down. And when they go to Miami, they're going to be singing it. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Like, the other funny thing, too, is if you go listen to them old movies where they had the black face or they had the black people singing, they open their mouth really wide. My singers in here, is that a technique? Like, go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Londa, that's it. 5 heartbeats. I've got nothing but love for you, baby. There's a scene, right? They get pulled over by these white cops. And they're like, we're a band. If you're a band, boy, sing for me. And you gonna be they're gonna be on 95. And fam, you gonna get pulled over. If you guys are a football team, sing for me. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Got nothing but love for you, baby. I've got nothing but, like, they all do like they 5-part harmony. The racism. It's terrible. He has such a funny, terrible history.
Then I make the real, and he says I make them look bad.
That's what I'm just saying. If they listen to it, they will laugh. It's laughing. I'm laughing at the pain that FAMU has to go through because it's one of my favorite. I grew up on the hill, man. We are about to play something that needs to happen with Dr. Robinson. I grew up with some of the people. I grew up knowing some of the people who are going to be on this was a Pinata Farms meme. Like, go find it. I'm going to tell you, like, this guy literally was my care program professor. I smoked cigars with this guy. I'm going to point it out. Like, he's the guy who, again, he's the guy who suspended the girl for showing her ass. This is the university that made a stink a year ago about the girl with the big ass. And the guy who was talking about punishing the girl with the big ass was here. He was here with big ass in his face. I seen him. He was at the bachelor party 2 years ago with big ass in his face. And he was trying to punish a girl for showing the big ass on the face.
But he wasn't at the fountain. That's the trick.
Yeah, he wasn't at the fountain.
Location.
He wasn't, I can't say everything he was doing, but he was with the big ass was in his face. I seen it. You can't judge big ass. You can't. But go ahead, man. I can't send a pic because that's blasphemous. We don't do that. But I'm just saying the titties was in his face and the big ass was in his face. I hate judgmental people when the titties and the big ass is in their face.
Guy is out of, like, excommunicado. He can't come.
He can't come in the state of Florida. Like, fam, he can't go in Atlanta, DC, New York. It's certain cities he just can't show up because they're gonna see him and they're gonna fuck him up. It is like you just said, like John Wick is excommunicado. They're gonna put out the FAMU flyer right now. All graduates, they got a APB on him. You bring his ass back to Tallahassee, you get a free degree. Whatever you want a degree in, you get the degree. But let's just click on some of this other shit. These memes are, the memes, the joke's gonna fly, bro. Don't get mad at me, get mad at yourselves. This is it right here. This is the Board of Trustees meeting when they got a hold of it. The people who didn't go to FAM and didn't have nothing real, when they got a hold of this is basically what they said when they picked it apart.
because we understood that this nigga was clearly lying. None of these details added up at all. Because
that's such a great sound, because we understand. Like, when you looked at his outfit, we understand that this nigga is clearly lying. Nobody wears jeans that look like that anymore. This man might have been homeless. This man had on jeans from the gangster rap era. This is the dude who FAMU got money from. He said, I'm donating $237 million to FAMU too. We all remember the doctor who actually wasn't a bad doctor in his defense. He seems to have cured people. Yeah, like he was doing, like people were believing him. Like shit. Again, people are stupid. I told y'all, the problem with the world is we had honor students, we had normal students, and then we had the people who chewed crayons and sniffed glue and ate paste.
I don't work 40 hours for my good health insurance to have a doctor with a mohawk. That's crazy.
I walk again. You sometimes stereotypes are good. That's all I'm saying. We haven't seen a lie this big since Life Wallet and John Ruiz. But John Ruiz actually had money. Like, he just wasn't the billionaire he purported to be. But again, he created a company and created value in the stocks out of air with nothing to back it. This is a Black history fact. This man created a company and created $237 million of fake money out of thin air. But then the memes are getting better. I mean, there are movies for this shit. It's amazing. When FAMU went to the bank, and they tried to pull out that money.
Oh, it's fake.
Oh man. Oh,
it's fake.
Therapy for us. My FAMUians, this is therapy for us right now. Where we at? Just click on some more stuff. There, we got that. No, we don't need that anymore. Here's what I'm saying. Click on that first. That guy right there, Miles. That's the one who had the titties in his face, and the ass in his face, the stripper booty in his face. Yeah, man, that's what made it wild. Like, man, I'm telling you, ladies too. So now, before y'all judge us men, we've seen the videos of what you guys do at bachelorette parties. I may or may not have made a couple dollars in college, once or twice, because of a certain fraternity that I may have almost joined but didn't do, because they like to try to put their hands on people, and I had to tell them I have my whole neighborhood in here, and we're gonna find out who's college students and who's goons. I was like, because what you're not gonna do is fucking touch me. But when you wanted to do something, they had these dog shows. And
they called them dog shows.
Yeah, I would tell you to ask your sister about it, but
no.
You don't want to know. And that's not how I might have. I told her I might have met you way before I knew you. I just don't know. But I may or may not have. There was no pictures or video proof that I am aware of to show me doing my best, learning all the stuff that I did with Junior Strikers.
Women keep getting your money up, because I cannot wait to the day where women just start paying men for their bodies.
I am joining the clan. I want to be like, especially if they go older, like how young men going for older men. I can't wait to get flued out to a WNBA game. I am all for my friends who are saying, because we're gonna talk about that. Oh, I'm watching it. I'm gonna put it on every TV in the house so they can get points, so they can keep getting money, because the Chicago Sky got 3 bad chicks on their team. They are not going to win a game. There's entirely too many pretty women on that basketball team for them to win games. But click on that whole thing, because again, he had a whole ass in his face. Like, just blow that literal corner up right there. No, I'm saying, like, just click on that video. Or is that the video?
Yeah, that's the video.
Oh, they got it in 3. Yeah. Oh, this is even better. All right, that guy, that not the guy standing up. Man,
Come on now,
the guy sitting down. That's the man who had the titties and the ass in his face, who wanted to suspend the girl with the titties and the ass at the fountain, but he didn't have the titties and the ass at the fountain. But anyways, that's all I'm saying is that's the guy. But this is hilarious. You can't tell me that this is not funny, FAMUNs.
These are just grown, regular ass men.
An inside look to the FAMU monitors. And it's guy, like I said, it hurts. It hurts because I know some of these people.
You gotta show them if they haven't seen them already.
If they weren't on, I'm looking at them like, yo. Oh man. Oh God.
Why do so many people who work in the educational sector love strip clubs?
Everybody loves strip clubs.
Fair point.
Pastors love them.
Politicians
love them.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Politicians love them, man. It's just
Bruh, I'm trying to follow Jesus. If I start giving my 10% and I see you at the strip club, your 10% on.
Your 10% is going to the strip club, dog.
Bruh, don't tell me that,
I don't know what else to tell you, dog. It's going to strip club. It's going to the Dominican Republic. It's paying a couple utility bills for some poor fine bitches in the projects. It's a lot of things going on, dog. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, this nigga don't answer his phone, but he watching. He better not be. Oh, I know for a fact he better have sent me something else. You ain't gonna answer your phone when I'm trying to get a personal goddamn referral so that Charles knows that I can have these motherfuckers. Charles's father-in-law gonna see some shit he never seen in his life. I'm sorry. I apologize. I gotta laugh, man, because that shit funny, dog. Man, hold up. Oh man, no, the man. You know what I need to do? I'm gonna send a personal invite to all of them, man. Hey, they gotta come over for Charles's bachelor party. They all need a reprieve. Just get some titties in your face, man, to make it all better, dog. I'm sorry, man. Oh God. I'll tell you something else off the air, Bobs, too, because I got
really putting me on game. Everybody got to know about a pastor that.
Hey man, pastors be dicking down bitches, man. Pastors,
bro, I am telling you, the sacrifice is so hard. If I walk into a strip club, already feeling guilt that I'm there, and I see my pastor, don't say nothing.
You're not gonna see them though, because they spend a lot more.
VIP.
They spend a lot of the time money. They spend a good amount of the time money to be in the place where you can't see them. They're not going to mascaras like to the hole in the wall strip clubs. They're going to they're going to gentlemen's clubs.
You'll see me on the news. Bro.
Yeah, and more than likely, and some of them are a little smarter. Like they do it when they're not like this shit is funny, dog. Like this could be the show. I wasn't talking about anything else. Like I was gonna just like I had a whole show planned. I was proud of myself. I woke up at 6 a.m. and sent all of this shit to Miles, and I'm like, damn, we can't get past the
actually, since last night. I feel so bad for these students, but man, it is so funny.
But these are some really smart, good people, dog. They're good people. They just like somebody fucked up, and it is what it is, man. You know, just unfortunately, you know.
We can't forget that dude is excommunicado. We gotta put him on the Summer Jam screen. We gotta find
like dead serious.
It's embarrassing for the state.
Dead serious. 2 stacks. Anybody find them? Like, this is put this on there now, Miles, if you make it. I'm going to make fun of you, but check 2 stacks. Anybody bring him to me. I got you, dog. You get it cash on cash on delivery. COD.
Oh my gosh.
But Miles, I kid you not, dog. I told you about the pastor that he's in Alabama now, but the pastor who was fucking all the hoes in Tallahassee.
And that is so wild to me how the husbands and stuff don't.
But the husband
respond.
tried. He kicked the husband out of the church and had his wife and the bitch in the pulpit with him, talking about preaching forgiveness.
How you gonna kick me out of the church? There ain't no more law, son. I'm going by God's law. I don't care about the police.
But what
crazy.
happened was
Your wife.
I told somebody about it. I'm like, man, how you gonna judge other men for cheating when your whole pastor out here dicking down, like your whole pastor dicking down the congregation? Well, that's that man's talent and his gift, and you can't. That's the shit that like. I saw something, and the guy said where the decline in men going to church happened. It was similar to like what happened where the word got watered down after the plague, because in the beginning of time, the only people like you had to be one of the top of the tops to be a pope, to be a minister, because you were the only person who could read. So they had to teach you this stuff. A lot went into it, but then all these people started dying because of the plague, because the pastor is the one who has to give you your last rites.
I see.
And so they started bringing everybody into it. So the qualifications went way down and the word got bastardized and watered down, right? When you think about here, everybody went to the Great War, the last Great War, World War II. We sent all of our boys over there. And what they were saying was where a true decline in male memberships happened, where they found a brotherhood, they found a bond when they were at war. But when they came back, they noticed that church wasn't for them. The church was catered toward the women. And that's what church is. A lot of the stuff is catered toward that. So if you even think about it, typically the most spiritual person in your house is going to be your mom. That's the one who tries to make you do different things.
True.
And a lot of times men smell bullshit and we ain't trying to hear all that. If you want to know a fictional version of it, if anybody watches BMF, who is the Christian in that in that show? Lucille is the Christian in that show. Charles ain't it. Charles out here, Lucille out here trying to get Charles church pussy. And I was telling y'all that. Stop giving these dudes church pussy and give them some demonic pussy, because that's what's going to keep them. She was trying to do all of this shit, and she didn't want to fuck Charles because of the good word or some shit like that. And a lot of y'all not fucking your men, and that's really why they're cheating. Hungry dog's going to eat. But you know why your pastors are preaching that shit to you? Because they trying to get the dick themselves. They try to give you the dick. So they try to get that 10% out of you. That's all they want. They don't want a lot. Just a little just a tip, 10%.
That 10% means so much to me. I cannot understand. It means so much to me.
Pastor, things are a little tight this month. That's what I'm sure hoping, sister. I sure is hoping, sister, that things are a little tight this month, and just we can work out a little tithe for you if you want to.
It's tough. My heart goes out to all of them.
Not all of them. Some of them are true people, but some of them you got to wonder why. Again, I'm here for you. I have a horror story. She's a minister's wife now, But that bitch was getting dicked down by her pastor and telling me that my daughter got an iPod in 2003 when them bitches was like $700 just because the pastor was cool with him. Like, I'm like, all right, dog.
Power corrupts.
Lie to your, I couldn't say lie to your pastor because that's the problem. She was lying with a pastor. But
lie with your pastor.
Lie with your pastor. I know how you gave that. I ain't giving nobody no $700 fucking iPad. No, iPod. Like, not the cool ones. Like, just the shit. Like, that pastor was a known whore.
It's tough, especially coming up from Catholic. You know, you would think power corrupts, so you felt a little more trustworthy because the preachers I grew up were dirt poor, like dirtiest poor. Hey. But then we know about the Catholic
continuation right here from Charles, so you can know this. This is from my guy who I tried to call to give me a reference for you. My boy's still saying, man, your friend showed me a really good time, and that's the one who did the prayer.
That was the bald dude in the video?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. That's not the minister. None of the ministers are showed on there. I was saying my boy who's going to remain nameless, whose last day of singlehood I threw, the one who came in, he was like, man, you sure throw a good party, son. I'm like, and he put the robe on. Like, man, why the fuck are you putting the robe on, man? What the fuck is wrong with you? Take the robe off. That is not.
Oh, that got to be a skit.
I told him one day, not now, it's too new. Actually, maybe now. I better not ever get. This is why God has not made these deals go through. Because the minute I get some free money, I am doing so many alternative media type shits. I am doing a cartoon series with me and my boys. Like my two young sons is going to be called MFTK. It's going to be like the Boondocks, but for real life. I'm going to make my own Tyler Perry. I'm going to make a Tubi movie, and it's going to be his wedding from my perspective. And it's going to be called The Alternate Best Man. Because I wasn't the best man, but I was there. Like, and I'm going to just be like, oh, my God. Because it was a beautiful-ass fucking wedding. I didn't even know you can transform a library into what he did. And it was, like, good liquor and, like, they had like hors d'oeuvres and like a real meal and like, yeah, it was crazy. Like I was like, damn, how much money you fucking make, dog? Like, give me some. Shit. Hey,
can you give me a job?
Hey,
can I work for a pastor?
Bro, it's gonna be the best. Like, and I'm gonna cater it too. I'm actually no, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fuck it up, right? I'm gonna have cheese cater like instead of people do crafts, they do craft catering, like for the big budget movies. I'm gonna have cheese cater, so like y'all may eat. You might not eat, but I can just say you may eat. The food is supposed to be there, but I can't guarantee it. We don't know when it's coming, but it's coming soon. like motherfuckers hungry as shit, starving. But they're serious. There's something, and I am going to one day write a book. I've been talking about writing this book for like 5-6 years, and it's just going to be called Stranger Than Fiction. And it's going to be a mix of true short stories. And you're going to have to figure out which one's true and which one's false. And the only kicker is the craziest ones are not going to be false. Because the truth is stranger than fiction. I can't make this shit up right here. Like, this wouldn't be in it. We can't make this shit up that a dude with potentially Down syndrome was going to donate $237 million to one of the largest HBCUs and dupe all of the smart people. Like, and again, to their defense, it checked a lot of boxes, man. It just didn't check the box of too good to be true. But like he did go through, there is legitimately a certification company that you have to go through for this stuff. And like, he didn't go through it. I mean, he went through it. They cleared it. There's got to be another meme somewhere. That New Jack City one almost took me out, dog. I would have, and I would have gotten away with it.
He doesn't even look clean shaven.
I don't trust. I know he's awkward, right? And they say he suffered with those things in his speech. But I've told you guys this before. Don't trust any black man over 30 that doesn't like worship their hairline. Like, just look at that. Like, there's like, that's not a part. It's like he could have went. I know Juice got like my dog Juice got a whole bunch of barbers there. He could have went to Clippers and they could have just let me get that. And like just clean that up real quick. Boom, right across. Like, it don't even take that long. T-Wig could have went in there just think, let me get this raise. Because T-Wig, one of them old T-Wig and Coach, them old school barbers, they got them razors. Just like and they just say, let me get that for you. Let me get that for you. You can't trust, like, you don't know what they're liable to do anything because their hairline. They don't give a fuck about nothing. Like that black politician from South Carolina, look at them. They're liable to do anything. Like, but again, funny. I think we got a couple more that we're gonna talk about. All right, and this lady is talking about her again. Old black woman, heavy makeup, red lipstick. You know it's about to be a serious talking to right here. I know for a fact she be shaking her head at the little children at church. Get it.
As soon as you said it,
I'm just saying, that's the old lady that was always just there. That damn Coleman is always in some shenanigans. Them little Coleman nigglets ain't never into nothing good. He ain't gonna be nothing. You're always disrespectful.
Oh man, the movie where the black ladies were astronauts.
Hidden was it Hidden Colors? Hidden Gems, Hidden Numbers. That's what it was. Yeah, hidden Colors. My shit. Hidden Figures or something like that. It was something like that. That's wild.
Hidden Colors is wild.
That's wild.
We gotta hide the colors because they're too smart, and we can't let them know they do it on the map. Hidden Colors.
That would be a wild movie about Hidden Colors.
Niggas didn't do that, man.
Oh man, that would be. I'm telling you, dog, it's you can be mad at racism or you can just laugh at it because some of this shit is funny, dog. I'm sorry, but go ahead, push play what this lady said.
But the worst thing about Roland that breaks my heart is not just that FAMU didn't vet this man, is that they were so eager to get the money that they let good sense go out the window. And this speaks at some level to the desperation in which so many HBCUs exist, needing money desperately. But what FAMU has done, what they've done, it's not harmful to FAMU, it's harmful to HBCUs in general, because it makes them look like a bunch of Mr. Bojangles dancing buffoons. That's what it makes them look like. And others are going to look and say, is this how they do business in HBCU land?
Damn. Now what? Yeah, damn. Now, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I know what she's saying, and I know what like Mr. Bojangles is. That's a term to like some, antebellum shit, like stuff like that. Like when we pick about Marvin Harrison Jr., how he looked like a racist cartoon drawing. Mr. Bojangles was a racist ass animation or whatever, things like that.
Also a chicken place up here?
But that's what I was gonna say. All I can think about right now, all I can think about is I want some Bo Rounds and a Bo-berry biscuit.
Yeah, the biscuits, they have all the
they have the best. They have the best
South is so funny.
Spicy chicken, egg, and bacon sandwich you can get, dog. For breakfast sandwich, man, it's like amazing. Like it's just like it just makes sense. You could get breakfast all day. Like this is where I need those got breakfast on the grill. You got breakfast on the grill, breakfast on the grill. But that lady, I knew without hearing that lady's voice exactly how she sounded. That's why I said that. I've seen that lady. That lady goes to Bethel Missionary Baptist Church and she sits on the 5th row in the corner every Sunday. Like she gets mad when she shows up a little bit late and somebody's in her seat, like she paid for it. But there used to be a boat. They closed a lot. They closed the one on Southside Boulevard, man. That shit was amazing. That shit was immaculate. And they had fresh. I don't know if it was fresh, but they tasted damn near fresh green beans. So like, if you need, it's like how many fast food restaurants have a green vegetable you can get, and they got hot sauce, and they got good hot sauce. So like when we would go to 10-10, I would be like, man, I ain't ate a vegetable all day. All right, cool. Let me go to Bojangles. Get me a sandwich. Get me some green beans. Hey, lots of hot sauce. Give me the hot sauce. And I pop that hot sauce in there. And woo, that shit was hitting the bow rounds. Because I don't really like, I don't like their fries, but they bow rounds was like, but yeah. Yeah. Hey man, listen. Hey man, shit. I'm with. All I could think about was when she said Bojangles with some bow rounds. Bowberry biscuit, man. Dog, Adrian, you right, dog. No, nope. She got butterscotch in her purse. That's how she keeps the kids. She's like, she will give you peppermint if you bad, and she got the she got the hard peppermint, not the soft peppermints. She got the hard ones, but like she got the butterscotch candies in the purse. It's a like little like old black women. I don't know what the FTK dance is, but I'm scared because a lot of people are taking that FTK part like it's a comma, like not man fuck the kids. It's like they're not putting the comma and they erasing the M. I don't want you to fuck the kids. It's fuck them kids. Like chill out. There's a lot of that shit going on. I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and it's a dude in Florida. It's two dudes in Florida that got jammed up for fucking with kids. And they both black. One of them's one of them's an assistant principal. But again, it's clues. I didn't even look at him. I just looked at his glasses and his hairline and said, whatever they say he did that shit. But I'll go to the last one because this is the real problem with HBCUs, and it's not with guys like him. I've said this before, time and time again. There's a lot of you guys who go to HBCUs love to brag about being from an HBCU, but don't back it up with your money, right? You want to be out, but you don't want to be about. So shout out to Albany State University. One, for my kid, Tion White's my running back. That's where he's going. Two, I like Quinn Gray. Three, for them meeting their goal of $37,000, they sold some helmets, and they raised $37,000. That's an HBCU. That's a college, a college with a president, a college where people go get degrees, kind of like and it's an HBCU, just like FAMU. The reason why you can lie about $237 million is because they got to do shit like this. And here's what I mean. Mandarin High School, in 1 month before spring ball, we had our annual spring fundraiser. And we would do this again in the fall. We raised $55,000 and didn't sell a helmet. We just are like, these kids so lazy these days, Miles. Like they ain't got shit to move. Like this is why the drug game is going in the trash. These kids don't know how to get on the corner and move these packs. When I was coming up, it was the world's famous chocolate. It was we had to sell wrapping paper, raffles. There was something that you got that was a benefit. Like I'm sitting here having to beg kids to buy fucking Girl Scout cookies. Like, who got the popcorn? Give me the good popcorn, because I like the caramel one. They got a caramel one that's delicious. I'll buy a whole box of that shit. But they ain't even selling it. Our fundraiser was, hey, we raising money at Mandarin, just give us some money. And they send you a link. We just had kids asking for money, and they could have, like, we raised more money than a college. Oh, damn, it was 3 of them cats in that video. I thought it was only 2. Damn. That's what makes that video so funny. It's so funny because I know them. And they can't refute it because I know you, bro. I saw you. I'm not saying who it was, but if I said who it was, you'd be in trouble. You had the ass in your face with the sweat and the juices coming down. I think one of y'all motorboated somebody.
Like I said, better not be mine.
No, those weren't the pastors. It was the ones in the video.
Oh, yeah,
it was the administrators. They was taking the $237 million and giving it to the street.
Yeah, bro.
You ain't got your financial aid, but them strippers do. Jokes. That's a joke. Don't take that one too far. Like I'm dead serious. I hope not. Maybe. I don't know. But
these are not money raised. That's not even like.
But that right there. Yeah, but that right there is just like, wow. I'm like, yo, this is the reason why. In perspective, Florida State, our band needed to go to wasn't going to Ireland. because they didn't have the money for it. We raised like $200,000, I think, in 48 hours for the band to go to. Excuse me, the band, Miles, the band to go to Ireland, like a game they don't even got to go to. Georgia Tech ain't sending their band, like we sending our band, like the Marching Chiefs gonna be there.
If you don't send the DJ,
no, it's technically an away game. We don't need to send anybody.
That's why
they won't go to Miami, but they going to fucking Ireland, which I'm cool with. Well, I'm just putting it in perspective because you know what happens. Florida State doesn't just have alumni; they have fans. And what happens is, and this is why I always joke about this, because I do love my HBCU, and nothing will stop me from giving money to my HBCU, regardless of how much y'all pick on me and tell me that I need to mind my PWI business. Too many of y'all don't understand. I want you to be a Florida State fan, and you didn't go to Florida State. Like, that's what PWIs understand. That's how money gets raised. You wouldn't understand. You don't understand HBCU business. Y'all doing that elitist shit from when we was only going to one school. We got options now, bro. You need to have white folks on your side just as many as black folks. And that's why I always tell my white fans, if you go to homecoming is when we play North Carolina, right? If you can't get a ticket to the North Carolina game, come tailgate. I don't know what time the things are going to be, but come tailgate, but go to the FAMU game. Buy a ticket to the FAMU game.
White kids buy Jordans too.
White kids buy. I'm telling you, the food is. I try to tell them. The one thing I will tell you, it's different. But it's like a black cookout versus a white cookout. It's just different. I don't know how to tell you, but that food. We played when Mandarin played in the state championship on FAMU's campus. Everybody was like, when our buses was delayed, I was like, all right, man, I'll see y'all in a minute. They're like, where you going? I said, I told y'all when we drove down, I saw Man Conway, little food truck. I said, I'm going to go Man Conway. They're like, what you getting for Man Conway? What the bitch? The name's Conk. I'm getting some cracked fucking Conk. And I went and got some cracked Conk and some shrimps and fries because I know it's delicious. And they saw me do that, and they was like, damn, everybody looked at how much food he gave me. They went and got it too because, again, over there, they know we're going to argue about you ain't give me enough food. And Man Conway don't want to hear all that shit. Nah, like sometimes when they be charged, like black people be charging you like $20, $30, dog, and they want to give you 3 shrimp. Like, bitch, if you don't put enough fucking shrimp in here for a grown man to actually be somewhat full, like I shouldn't have to take Ozempic to get full feeling to eat your fucking food. I should get full because I ate the fucking food. And, but Man Conway, like, and he always got an attitude too. Man Conway ain't trying to hear that shit. So, like, before you even say shit, do you want the fucking food or not? Like, it's rude, so you know it's going to taste good. But they got some other people. Like, people want to give you 2 ribs for $20, and they want to give you all the baked beans and, like, 1 scoop of macaroni and cheese, but, like, the whole plate of baked beans. Bitch, if you don't put some sustenance on this plate, but they don't do that because we are going to gang up on you, and then we're going to tell people, hey, man, he down there loading up the plate, and then they're going to have a line around the corner, and then nobody's going to come eat at your place. But that's what you got. And that's why I'm saying, white people, go to FAMU, telling you, you'll enjoy the experience. We're nowhere near as scary as if we were as bad as what they try to make us seem during political seasons, all y'all would have been dead. So, like, but we're not. Like, trust me, they're going to see you. You're going to act like you're not going to act weird and try to take pictures with little colored babies and, like, pick up shit. And you're going to just trying to get a plate of food. They're going to respect it. Like, don't do what, have you seen was it Anchorman 2? Where he went he was dating the black chick and went to her house and talking to the black, don't speak jive. Just go over there, be yourself, and you're going to be fine. Matter of fact, if you're wearing an MFTK hat, they probably would be like, oh, big game. And they ain't going to fuck with you. All right, man, let's see what else. We'll get into maybe one more thing. That FAMU shit just, damn. Man. Yeah, we'll talk about this because this is going to be fun. Like, I'll leave you with this, guys. It was Mother's Day, and mothers are important. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Father's Day is coming up too soon, and this is why good fathering is important. This light-skinned individual with dreads, we need more men with logic, right? And what I mean is, when you listen to this, I don't want you to listen. Okay. Too often we respond to the response and not to what caused the response, right? When we judge people. Now, that doesn't mean that the response might not have been overdrawn, but the train of thought in this, I want us to use our logical ears and not just what this guy is saying, because I happen to agree with everything that he's talking about in this. As Miles left and can't play the video until Miles gets back. But I don't hit. I'm trying to think. I don't hit women. I don't get aggressive with women and kids unless women and kids get aggressive with me. And I say kids because I know people are capable of doing anything. And if you sit around and think that ain't no woman gonna whoop your ass because you're a man, I got news for you. It's them bitches in the WNBA ain't petite, dog. They can scrap, dog. I got friends like Mayetta and Candace that used to beat niggas up. Like, I seen them growing up. But all that being said, I want you to listen to this light-skinned dude with dreads, and I for one agree with him, and maybe you will too. So let's see, as a family.
To the 7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump her daddy after school, I'm sorry. I know that was probably a traumatizing experience for you, but we kept asking you to stop bullying my daughter and you wouldn't listen. We sent letters home. We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. So now you know your actions have consequences. And since you're too young to receive those consequences, you had to watch your daddy take those consequences. Get some therapy. You'll be all right.
Oh, and can you click on it? Like, take it down. And then there's the rebuttal after that. Scroll down. And here's the second part of that, which I think it's amazing. I love teaching fast lessons to slow learners.
A lot of y'all keep asking why I didn't fight this man one-on-one and why I got my brothers to jump him in front of his 7-year-old daughter. And the answer is simple. Life is not fair. You get jumped by responsibilities every day. Bullying is not fair because you're picking on somebody that's essentially a weaker vessel and that's smaller than you. So I wanted to make sure she saw what it looked like when a fight is not fair and you don't have no choice but to let somebody jump you, so she could get the concept of what she was doing. Sometimes kids learn from what they see and not what they hear. So I wanted it to be a visual experience, okay? I'm out here doing the Lord's work, okay? God is pleased with me whether or not y'all are.
I love that part. That's my favorite part. He nails the dismount.
I mean, it sounds like really sound logic to me. Like, I've seen it in different movies, and I showed Miles another one where I don't know what I think it's a TV show, not a movie. And that father's trying. He's a lost cause. He's a police officer. He comes over there. Now, the only thing I say that father did wrong was put brass knuckles on his fist, on his hands before he punched the dad.
Oh, in that video, yeah.
And he made the dad. Again, you sit there and you watch. Like, somebody had discipline your child, or I will. No, excuse me. Discipline your child before I discipline you. And when he said, I get at first, because I was just like, man, I don't think you should have jumped him. But then when I heard him, I get jumped by responsibilities every day. I was like, damn, shit, you're right. And now when he went over there and his brother, because I truly believe this is a joke. Because it's a joke. I truly believe that, I'm glad that they didn't retaliate with gun violence, because what happens is the guy made a calc. Because if I've told you, if my child comes and like if Trey comes to me and says, it actually worked out. Like, the teachers actually helped my son in the situation, because there was a little kid who was going through some shit at his school. I think it was about a year or two ago. And I asked him, I was like, hey, do I need to intervene? And he was like, nah, Dad. They handled it, right? Shout out to Adrian for being a member for 15 months from the jump. And I'm like, okay, so what's the deal? And the teachers intervened. I was like, because we need to have Like he actually took it a step further than I would. I don't want to meet with the parents. Like my kid, what do I need to be there for? Your kid is the problem. Right. Now, if the school meets with the parents and then this still proceeds, then I want to need it. I just, as I tell people, when I'm really short and people go back and forth, and I try not to do this on social media anymore because it's not worth it. I just ask, what's your name? What's your name? And they be like, huh? And that's when the real know what you can get with a name. I know where you live. I know where you're from. All I need is a name. We can look up the rest of it. And if you really bout what you bout, let's see. But sometimes people don't want to give you that name because they know. And then also what happens to it, and I've seen this happen in the streets, and I hope it never gets to these type of things. But when you fucking with people's kids, a lot of shit gets to this. It's like they're not just gonna ask what's your name. They're not gonna stop at what your name is. They're gonna help your mama put groceries in the house and take pictures and let you see that somebody helping your mama. That means they know where your mama stay at. And when they know where your mama stay at, is wild. But like, but I think if you watch the clip of the show that I said, if they came just saying, hey man, are you such and such as dad? Like they probably whooped that ass. And then he didn't even get a chance to get to that. If it's real. Like the thing is, a good solid punch from a grown ass man to a man that's not suspecting it should drop you.
My thing is, after the first meeting with Kevin Gates, why didn't you get your child in line? Like you looked at him, he couldn't
there's consequences to this. This guy might be like he doesn't look like I'm not saying I don't want to stereotype him. He could be he sounds like a phenomenal father. He speaks very well, and like he seems like a very intentional man, right? That's fair, right?
Correct.
Seems intentional. Like I would be like, you know what? Let's be intentional with our child rearing here. Right. And that's the part where I feel like I fail as a dad every day. Right?
How so?
I just don't feel like I'm doing enough. Like I see other people do shit and it's great. But I know this. The one thing I'm good at, if I tell them little motherfuckers to stop, they gonna fucking stop.
It's the only thing that will stop Kai, really.
Right. Like because Kai, and I was telling his mom and I tell everybody, y'all wasn't doing. Kai knows that there is the threat of violence if he doesn't do what I tell him to do. It doesn't mean I'm out here just kicking him and beating his ass every day, but he knows when I say stop, if he go pop, it's quick. And I get it. He got to do that. Trey got it enough when he was younger to not need that anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
Trey just remembers. It's like you have muscle memory. Like it's like muscle fucking memory, right? So if my son is ever, and I teach them, we don't bully. We bully bullies. It's a difference. So if I tell them, like I felt so bad for Trey one time when we were having a meeting, and he's like, man, y'all know this man crazy, man. Why you gonna tell him I got a B? And because he knows don't bring no B's in my house without no explanation of why we got a B and how we not gonna get that B. And they was telling me he was being lazy, he was putting his head down, and it ended up not being that. But he know, like, man, come on, dog. Let me get this shit right without him. And it just shows that the 7-year-old in this story wasn't getting that. And I get it, it's because of the daughter thing and whatever, but like, you just gotta set the issue straight. Because as Brother Mazan put on here, if I don't do it, and it's going to be a little bit of a pain right now, like with the spanking or as I call it, correction. And I know a lot of y'all are better. Again, this is why I said y'all much better parents than me. Y'all can use your words and verbalize and use cards or whatever the fuck they teaching y'all in this shit. That's not how I was raised, and I think I turned out pretty decent. Whatever. That being said, actually, that's one thing I did tell Trey, and this also, I said, if you keep letting the motherfucker bully you and you didn't tell me, get your ass whooped at least. I'll come in after that. But if you come in and you let them whip you, I'm gonna whip you too. So you can get one whooping or you can get two. You pick. But the penal system is something that's very, very bad. And I've shown y'all the Ving Rhames videos. I was like, do you want Ving Rhames or do you want Big James? I would say James over the Ving Rhames because I don't know why Ving Rhames plays a prison rapist as good as he does. But it's terrifying. Like I was telling, actually, we got a kid who's going to be a good prospect. He's an asshole. His dad should have beat. It's too late for his dad to beat the shit out of him now because he's 6'4", 275. He towers over his father. We have to discipline the fuck out of him in football, as a village. Like we got to whoop his ass mentally and verbally. And he can't fight, but that's another thing. That's neither here nor there. But he got that long hair, and I said, boy, you keep. I said, he's a coach, man. If you was in high school, I would beat you. I said, bitch, I will beat the fuck out of you with that pretty ass hair. And I will make you my bitch.
He said if y'all were playing.
Yeah, if we were playing, I said, you couldn't beat me now. I said, the day you decide that you want to try it, I would ask you to wait till you're 18 first. Because when you're 18, it's like you're a grown ass man now. Like, dog, this ain't like men and women or women and men relationships and shit. Where if you're a grown man and you gotta, I ain't like Drake or like, remember that song that nobody seems to be talking about? Like, I wish I could fuck every girl in the world. Oh, yeah. And the guy was like, in about 3 years, holla at me, Miley Cyrus. I'm like, yo, does anybody hear this?
Oh, that was right.
That was Lil Wayne and all them people yeah, I'm like, yo, you guys are wilding right now.
I know, like you're yeah, that was wild.
But if you turn 18 and you feel like you want to press it, you better push start. Before you push start, you better go to the options and get yourself some extra lives. because I've learned because I am now an old man. Old men know the tricks. Like, old men ain't got time to be squabbling. And which they're either gonna shoot you, cut you with a blade, or they're gonna hit you. They're gonna like throat chop you. Like Denzel Washington is the perfect equalizer. If you watch him fight, none of his movements are elongated and none of the fights are long. It's literally pressure points of contact. just the cat like just stopping you. Because what was funny is he came one day and he was like trying to show, and so what happens is this is a okay. Child rearing 101. I did this. I started on my godsons when they were young. Like my godson Nick, who's in college now at FAMU, ironically. He was getting a little frisky with his mom because he had no dad in his life. So I had to step in and do some different things. But what you do is you make an L, right? Hold on, make sure you make this L right here, right? And then what you do is you turn it and you get right up under that armpit, and you don't let them know when it's coming. You just. And you take it and then you jack their ass up like real quick. And they up here. They're like, oh shit, how did I get up here? And you do it when they're young enough. So like when I did Trey and Kai, they were like, 1 or 2. So they going from, like 1.5 to 2 feet off the ground with their height to, all the way up in the air, which is about 9 feet damn near. Very fast. And you got no control of your body. And if you move too much, I'm going to drop you. And now you're going to fall all the way down. And it's going to be your fault. And it's going to hurt. So, like, you up here. And you can do the same thing when they get big, too. Because what happens is when I jack you up and I bring your shoulder here, where you going to go? If you try to press down, you pressing right into it. If you go backwards, now I'm going to walk your ass. And you got to stay there. It's like I told him about my mama. My mama's spankings didn't hurt. When it stopped hurting, she started squabbling, and it was how quick she was to resort to violence is what got me. And then the words after that, like you better be ready to leave if you hit me. And I'm like, where the fuck I'm gonna go? All right, you win, bitch. Yeah, we all say that when we're young. You win. Yeah.
My friends were also scared of my mom.
Yeah, your mom's crazy.
And she was a cop too.
And she's a cop. So like now they're gonna come in there and they're gonna fuck with you. Like no matter what. They're always gonna take her side. Does anybody realize we live in such a time that the people who are the serve and protect us have to wear cameras because they're habitual liars?
The stories, I can't even
No, I'm just saying. It's wild. Like but what I'm saying is like people always like, well, they're always telling the truth. Yeah, people who need cameras to do their, you don't see surgeons out here just rocking cameras. Hey, you don't see that. Let me hold on before we start this surgery. Let me push this button.
Think about how many times you pass off paperwork in your job. Now think about a police officer getting a random bum at midnight in the back of the paddy wagon. Nigga, they leaving the back of that joint open when they drive. They ain't trying to do the work,
bro. Like I have gotten that one of the most solid ass women I've gotten. It was from a police officer.
Yeah, right.
I didn't go to jail. I did not go to jail. That was the benefit of it. He just needed to, and I couldn't. And the problem is it's not a fair fight. It's not a straight. The minute a police officer gets there, it's not a one-on-one fight because you got to fight them in the badge. Because if I'm winning, they're not gonna just let me win.
Oh, if you win, you lose.
I'm gonna get shot.
Yeah, if you win, you lose for sure.
But yeah, man. So, but shout out to good fathers everywhere. I like this father right here. Unfortunately, he's had to show that he was a better father than the other father, and he also showed why community is important. Community can teach a lesson to those who need it. The only thing I say he didn't do right in this situation was if we're going to traumatize a 7-year-old, go ahead and fully traumatize them. Whoop their ass too. Don't jump them, but you beat the father's ass, you hold him, and then you show him the proper way when somebody tries to come to you and tell you, please stop having your child bully me, and you spank her. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Is you pop, 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 pop. Don't you put your hands on other kids again. See? Now we wouldn't have to whoop your ass or her ass if you would have just whooped one ass. Just saying, that's all I would suggest. He's got to, because you have technically admitted to assault and battery, possibly kidnapping. Because if you drug them out of the home outside, you have technically kidnapped somebody. So, they could say terroristic threats. They could say,
we agree with your point.
yeah, I'm with you, but like, that was good fathering, right? But it's kind of, again, anchorman. Like, you might want to lay low for a little bit. You know, police might be looking for you. You might be wanted on some charges. And I don't want that for you, but at the same time, you might be going, like as we used to call, you might be going to college for 3 to 5 years. Unless that dad's a real one and he just wears his ass whooping and he don't want to press charges, but but like if this was real and that father presses charges, you literally have your confession on tape. Like this is open and shut case. Only thing they can do more is like with Dave's, like sprinkle a little crack on the scene. It's like every nigga that kills himself. Have you ever noticed, like in police shooting, they always got drugs in their system. Just sprinkle a little crack on it. Like that's the all right, man. What time is it? All right, man. I gotta take my grandmother to lunch. Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for chopping it up with me. FAMU, I love y'all, but y'all are hilarious, dog. Y'all, wow, man. Oh man. Actually, you know what? This is what they need to do. I'll post your bail if you find me. What is his name? Jerome Grant. What the fuck is the guy who faked FAMU out? Y'all tell Light Skin and his brothers, I'll make sure that they're free. And I'll shoot them a bounty for them if they find me the guy who faked FAMU out.
None of this is legally binding.
Yeah, I need to get one of those things like when you like apply not portions of the proceeds. Or like when you do like the win a lot, you cannot be a family member of the proceeds and you cannot do this. Like this is all jokes. This is not serious. Please do not go and harm that guy and then say you heard Big James say it. And You stop listening to the broadcast. My luck, somebody would be like, all they heard was $2,000 and find them, and then they stop listening to the broadcast.
What you will, just don't say we said.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, and you send us something, you send us a kite or something like that, lets us know that it was you and you need some help. I mean, we can raise the funds, but I'm not telling you to do it. Like, please don't do it because I told you to do it. Hold up. It's like, I don't want you to do it because I told you to do it. I want you to do it because you wanted to do it. I just like when people tell you that shit. Why the fuck would I want to wash dishes at midnight, Mom? Why would I want to do that?
Do you want to do it?
It's like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And do it with a smile on your face. Why? I'm just trying to do it. Why can't I just do it? Why do you have to put stipulations that you know I don't want to do on it? Oh, man. Gotta love it. Anyways, appreciate y'all for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys on Friday. And